On this week's episode of Devil's Trap Podcast, Sheriff Vampire is a coos.
And if the dumpsters are rocking, don't come a knocking. Or else. Let's do this. Welcome to this week's episode of Devil's Trap Podcast. I'm Diana.
I'm Liz.
And this week we're going to talk about Season 10, Episode 8, Hibbing 911.
Yeehaw.
Yeah. So we're recording a little off schedule, so we're going to do a lot of pretending about what we're talking about here, and that's just going to be okay.
It's the future, because I'm on a boat, hopefully.
You're on a boat.
I should be on a boat.
So what have you been up to?
So we recorded 2 days ago. So in between that, I went to Pilates a bunch of times.
That's
and good. Yeah, I mean, it's those ladies, like, I don't know, like, they don't talk to each other, and I think they should. Because, like, one of them went, like, there was a lot of bouncing on my knees, and they're 47 years old, and, like, they were doing, like, a lot of squats on a Bosu ball, which you don't know is, like, one of those balls that, how do you explain a Bosu ball? I don't know, it's, like, a big flat thing. It's, like, I don't know, so you're not stable or static when you're on the floor, so you're on kind of like a squishy ball as you're standing up and you're doing squats and shit. But when you squat down and do a lot of lunges and your knees are 47 years old, like, they just don't like it.
No.
I think it's so, I'm like, I don't
Girl,
I was like, are you going to go?
My knees are so bad that I can, like, there's days I can't do the Peloton. Like, that's how bad mine are these days. So yeah. No.
It's MRIs were all. Someone tell me, like, are they, like, do I just need to keep working out and, like, stretching them and straightening them, or, like, am I causing a problem? Because that's, like, you just don't know.
No, you don't.
Until it's too late and you don't have a knee anymore.
Yeah.
So that's me. Lots of
some good lower body exercise. Good.
Lots of bouncing up and down on Bosu balls and doing weird things. But yeah, what about you?
Yeah, it's been working a lot. No, it's middle of the week. It's expected. But I would share that they did release a new Dolly Parton desserts recently. They now have frozen chocolate pie and cheesecake, and I've tried the chocolate pie, and it's pretty good. Like, buy it with a coupon, good.
Yeah. I'm not going to be mad at it.
No.
I didn't buy ice cream today, and I was very mad at myself later.
Ooh, well, and then when we get back, we will have gone to a concert together, but not really. We're going to the same concert in different cities, and that's kind of funny.
That's always kind of fun. And I'm going on Valentine's Day. So every time this band has
Punk
played
rock
in
is
San
for
Antonio, they did not get a good draw last time because they were playing against, like, Wannabe Black Flag or something.
Yeah.
So there was barely anybody there. And so I am concerned that once again they're playing this town, but also that means less chance someone's going to get stabbed. So
I thought we all be feeling the love. There we go. Yeah. Well, that should be fun. So when we get back, if we remember and it's not too long away, we'll tell everybody how the shows were to go see the Drowns, the Lower Class Brats, and Coffin Cats.
Yay. Some of my favorite bands.
Yeah. Good stuff. So with that, let's just jump right in
to Hibbing, Minnesota. Oh, I should tell you the other stuff about here. Okay, sorry. So this was season 10, episode 8, Hibbing 911. They think maybe that was a play on Reno 911. So it was season 10, episode 8, aired December 2nd, 2014, and was directed by Tim Andrew. And this was one of those that has a teleplay and a storyline. I always think those are interesting because I'm like, how did this come out of the writer's room? Like, this was so that makes me happy. But the people who got credit for the story were Jenny Klein and Phil Squiccia. So I think this is probably why also this episode feels very close to home in terms of supernatural fandom. Yeah. So, all right. That said, let's go to Hibbing.
Hibbing, Montana.
Minnesota, not Montana. There's
right.
very difference, there's
Minnesota. Yes, you're correct. Sorry, I know someone that's in Montana right now, so for some reason that was in my head. Anyways, Minnesota. And we go hard with that Minnesota accent. You are correct. But we've got a graffiti artist doing some stencil work in an alley.
It's an interesting concept, right? He's going from happy to unhappy to happy,
It's like he's got a stencil, he's got a concept, he's got a matching belt buckle, so he has a brand. So he is like
he's doing it. And he's not recording it for Instagram. God, I miss this time.
Yeah. And he's not doing it on like the front door of a historic building. I mean, like, I don't know. He's
doing appropriate street art. Look, and not the same. Street art can be subversive. I condone it. Diana does not. I'm like, go. Okay, well, we'll stop there. Okay, so.
Either way, I was like, okay, well, then he hears a noise. He gets grabbed from behind, gets his ass kicked, and then there's a blood splatter. And we get a really nice shot though from the whoever the director of the blood splatter on the stencil. Well done.
Yeah, there's some really interesting gross shots of this episode, and that is one of them. That one I just thought was brilliant. I loved it.
So good.
It was so good. So we go from that to Jody.
Yes. Sheriff Jody Mills is arriving unhappily at a sheriff's retreat. And she's so bummed, and her suitcase breaks, because that's how it happens when you're on a trip you don't want to be on. And then some hippie chick is fucking panhandling, bothering her while she's trying to manhandle her fucking broken suitcase. And so she gives her lunch money because she is concerned that this chick is young, and goes inside.
Yeah, and you can tell she feels good about herself for doing that.
Like, well, at least I did that. Yeah.
Yeah. So then we go inside, and it's Donna. Yeah. It's time for them to meet. Donna and Jody have met.
I didn't know that happened, just so you know. So we've got Sheriff Donna. Donna Hanscom is very enthusiastic about checking in everybody, including Jody. So, while she's checking her in, we get the first appearance of Sheriff Doug, and he is a fucking dick.
Yep. And Jody thinks he sucks, and you can tell she thinks he sucks, and we all agree.
Yeah, and fucking Donna lets him suck because he makes shitty comments about her appearance, and then
uses her to get free meal vouchers.
Yeah. It's just bad. I don't like it. Anyways, so we cut to Sam and Dean in the bunker, and they are still they're back to researching the mark. That's their focus now, is they've got to figure it out. There's nothing in the lore about it. And Dean talks shit because he's like, I am finding all these obscure ass studies, but no one's apparently bothered to study the fucking oldest symbol in like known to man. Great.
He also complains about the smell of parchment in the morning, and I don't understand why you would complain about that. If you could put that shit into a candle and not like sheet parchment, that can smell, but like really good old parchment or just old books. Oh, come on. Who wouldn't want to wake up to the smell of old books every day? God, Dean, you're such an idiot. Anyway, so there's like, we don't know what to do with this mark, right?
Yeah. And he's like, it's not weird enough. It's just the oldest symbol to known to man. That's all. So. Yeah. Anyway, so it's kind of like, I guess it's kind of like as kids or whatever else, or a lot of people in universities, like nobody wants to study like the things that are like mysterious but really common. They want to study like some weird shit.
At least the cool people do.
Oh yeah. So so the sheriff Len Hughes. I don't like the way it's spelled, so it throws me off.
I don't know, but it also sounds like Coos, and like so I kind of enjoyed playing with that a little bit. So Coos of the Hibbing PD is awkwardly giving opening remarks.
Yeah, it's bad, and he's like, "Now we're gonna make this an icebreaker exercise, and everybody needs to find a fucking partner for the weekend."
Fuck you! I hate retreats and all this shit, and Jody also hates it, and she is on the phone with Alex.
Yes, because remember, she adopted a teenager. So she's on the phone with Alex and telling her that she is totally capable of not throwing a kegger while she's gone, which is pretty funny. And so she misses this assignment to team up and gets voluntold by Donna to be Donna's partner, which is fine.
This is fine, right? And so they go.
I would say Jody is kind of like, I mean, I get Donna's a lot, but Jody's not very nice to her for a lot of this.
Jody's kind of a bitch, but also like sometimes you're just not feeling it, right? She didn't want to make a friend. She doesn't want to be here. Like she's got to deal with Alice. Now there's like perky ass Donna. Oh my God. Like if I was in one of my moods and perky ass Donna was there, I would eat her head. I would literally take her head off and eat it. I know, because she's so nice. And that's the problem, is she's so fucking nice. Ugh. Anyway, so they go and look at the event schedule, and the one that they choose is preparing for a riot. Why not try it?
Sure. And Donna is just a little bit giddy, and her buddy Sheriff Kevin Ott tells them though that a body was found in town, eaten. And Jody's like, what did it? And they're like, oh, it must be an animal attack, that's it.
And
but there was
day,
nothing left.
They kept their critters in check.
Yeah, because she pats her pistol, but there's not even a claw mark. Ooh, mystery.
So Jody leaves, and what she leaves to do is to go call Sam and Dean.
Because she's like, what the fuck? This is not good. And Sam puts her on speaker, and of course they talk about Alex, and they're like, oh, she's the head cheerleader. And they're like, really? She's like, no, she sucks grass out of the bleachers, but at least she's not luring men to their death. Okay.
We told Wednesday, college first.
There you go. Anyway,
so she tells them about the chew toy. I'm sorry, the person.
Yeah. And Dean's like, well, shit, we got to go. And she's like, no, I fucking got this. I'll keep you posted. I just want to let you know there might be some weird shit going on. Dean really wants to go, though.
He wants to get out of research real bad. He wants to leave. He wants to get on the road. So we go from them to the morgue. And Jody, because she's being a bitch, is not getting very far.
No, she's not sweet talking this fucking corner that doesn't know her. She just comes in. She's like, let me see it. Like, what the fuck? You gotta ease in here.
It's not how you're gonna get things in. But Donna comes in and she just sweet talk her way right.
Well, and she knows her. Their families fucking know each other. She's already got all the connects and all this. So she just freaking like Donna makes shit happen. And Donna's pretty fucking pro. Like as annoying and like bubbly as she like fakes out to be, like when they uncover the body, and I do like her line, like she goes, oofta.
Yeah. No, Donna gets shit done. And that because it is a fallacy that nice people can't get shit done. Correct. And frankly, nice people get things done more often than mean people. Because people want to help people, nice people. People don't want to help mean people. People want to help nice people.
Yes. So don't be a dick. Anyways. So she's like, give me a measuring tape. She puts on gloves. She's got her glasses. She is on this shit. I love it. I was like, okay, Donna, because even I didn't see this coming out of her character. We're seeing a new side to Donna, I think, a little bit, which is pretty cool. All we've seen her really was like getting working half-assed on a case and then going to a spa, and now we're getting and then being overly friendly and kind of a pushover to her ex-husband, being a dick, and that's all we've seen of her. So now this is like new side. She is down to business, and I'm enjoying.
She is, and this corpse is amazing.
It is crazy.
It is so well done. It is so good. It's so fucked up.
Yeah. So a zero flesh, like straight up skeleton from hip bones to mid chest.
It's so good.
It's wild. Yeah. Super crazy. Jody does have the thought to ask for the personal effects though. And I like her observation. And the coroner shows her, but is not feeling her still because she doesn't say it in a nice way. But she pulls out these ginormous fucking pants and she's like, wait. He was wearing these, and she calls out the fact they would not have stayed up on this little motherfucker because they are huge. So the belt is missing.
It's weird. Why is there no belt?
Anyways, and then I like Donna fills us in on these bones. She's been hunting since she could hold a mini rifle.
Oh.
So, but she's trying to measure the bite marks, and she's just never seen anything like this before. So they're stumped. We cut to a house and
apartment though, because there's a big dumpster.
It's a dumpster. It's like part of a complex of some kind. Either way, this guy's taking his trash out, and I like the woman yells out for him to not go smoking. But he tells her to basically to shut up and watch her top model. pretty funny. But he's got his hidden cigarette, so he's gonna throw the trash out and then light his fucking cigarette, and the last cigarette's broken. And even though I've quit smoking, that's a real fucking bummer, and I feel bad.
It is a bummer, but I also feel like he's not a real smoker, because I would have just, like, when I was smoking, if that was my last cigarette, I would have smoked that anyways. Yeah. I would have put it back together. Yeah. I would have, like, probably taped it around the outside. I would have held it and, like, smoked through it.
Or if you want it that bad, you just fucking go non-filter and you just go for it. I mean, I've been there. Been there.
Quitter. So...
yeah.
So then he hears a noise in the aforementioned giant dumpster,
which he then gets pulled into because he decides to investigate, which is unpleasant.
Don't open the dumpster. Just you don't want to know.
I have to go to dumpsters sometimes, and now it bums me out.
Well, you can open it. There's not, like, if it's shaking, though. If the dumpster is shaking and it sounds like something is inside of it,
vans are rocking, don't come and knock. It's like the vans are rocking, don't come and knocking.
If the dumpster is a rocking, don't come and knocking. So he gets dragged inside and clearly eaten. And then we get another amazing shot, because there's, like, a hole in the bottom of his dumpster for drainage, and blood just comes pouring out of it.
Yeah, it was awesome. I noticed that too. I noted it too. Not that it's awesome. It was gross, but
no, we're not cheering for blood, but it was very cool. Yeah, it's not real blood.
So
no one died. Okay,
Sheriff Len Hughes is at the bar, looking real glum. So Donna and Jody are in their civvies. They're in their regular ones, and they approach and drink with their beers, and he looks very stressed. And so Donna's just going to straight up ask him about the animal attacks, and he's like, no, animal control is totally on it. It's totally fine. Don't worry about it. And they get interrupted, though, because Len gets pulled away for an issue with the raffle by his deputy. So Donna's like, we know now that Len has no clue what's going on either. Should we just let animal control take the lead? And right at this moment, she notices the scene going on in the shitty hotel bar dance floor area, which is Doug, her ex, dancing with some blonde chick. And they're doing some dumb dance where, like, he's pretending to push a cart and she's putting cans in it, or putting something in the cart. It's really goofy. And I looked it up, and apparently it's not like a thing. Because I was like, am I missing something? It's just specific to this episode, which makes it even weirder. It's like not an idiom at all. And it says, and she's just sadly goes, I used to put the cans in his cart. So either way, and Jody's like, I just met him, but he seems like kind of a dick. And Donna goes, he was my dick.
Aww. So Jody decides to butt in on the raffle conversation, which is not surprisingly about a raffle at all.
Nope, because there's another death, another animal attack, but they want to keep it quiet. They don't want to ruin everybody's good time at the retreat. And she's like, and also, of course, you don't want too many cooks in the kitchen working on the case. And they're like, yeah, but don't worry about it. It's covered. We got this. Thanks, bye. And she's like, okay, cool. And then she gets pulled outside on a phone call with Alex. And so she's outside on the phone with Alex. Len and Deputy are gone. And poor Donna comes out of the bathroom, and she's all alone in the bar looking very sad and confused. And I feel very bad for her right then. Because, like, her fucking ex is dancing there, and now she's alone. That's awkward.
Yeah.
So Jody's yelling at Alex on the phone, and then the call ends. But Donna comes outside and sees part of this, and she's like, oh, so your life isn't all fucking cupcakes either, which is fair, because she's kind of like, Jody's being hard on Donna. And
but also, like, she's being hard on Donna, but she's protecting her, and
right,
Donna doesn't understand. Like, it's hard, though,
she doesn't understand this.
Yeah.
And but she does know that Jody was about to bail on her, just leave her there. And that's like, she's like, just saw her ex, and she's all bummed, so she goes to the bathroom to get away, and then fucking just disappear. I don't know, that's not cool. So anyways, Jody's like, fine, look, I wasn't going to leave, but maybe I was. But by the way, there's been another animal attack, and I just realized the morgue's going to be closed. So look, maybe I would be open to advice on teenage girls, because mine is, and Donna replies, kind of a dick. Oh, so now we've got the tie-in. There we go. And basically they commiserate about how much it sucks being a teenage girl, but they both made it out alive, and that there we go. She's figuring it out. So she's like, Donna's like, let's go get blinged on my mini bar and watch pay-per-view.
Yeah.
I've not heard that terminology.
Midwest. No, but yeah.
I think she makes shit up, right?
Yeah.
But Jody politely declines.
And she's going to go crash because she's had a hard time.
Yeah. So we cut to The Wait by the band playing as Sam and Dean pull up to the retreat, which I do like that song.
And I just like them showing up to give a hand. Like, it's just sweet. I just like it.
Or are they like, oh, they can't fucking handle it. We better go do this because we have nothing better to do, and we're going to undermine them.
I know, but let's give me this moment. So they pull in to give a hand, and they're dressed at like feds, right?
Yeah.
And they tell, they do their hellos and whatever, but they just came from the morgue, so they went there first.
Yeah. She's like, oh yeah, we already went there, and the flesh was eaten for this dude too, and this one's wallet's missing. Okay, so, and then they see Donna making Jody's coffee, and Jody refers to Donna as her stalker. It's just not true.
She's a bitch.
I don't like it. It makes me sad because I love Jody. She's being so mean.
It's just being mean, but it's okay. We all have those days. Sometimes we say things we shouldn't say, but we're still good people. Okay.
And Jody's like, I'm trying to protect her from all the supernatural and dark stuff because she's a ray of sunshine. So we get a little bit.
So does Sam and Dean, right? They're all like, hey, she's not in this. Let's keep her out, right? Let's keep her out of the creepy.
Absolutely. So she remembers she comes over, she remembers Sam and Dean as their agent selves and greets them. And with that, Jody's like, cool, well, if they're here and they got this shit, then let's go to the fucking expo. Let's go play with guns. So there we go. Donna's disappointed, but she's also into it.
She's also like, there's a room full of like weapons in there I would like to go play with.
Yes. So anyway, so Sam and Dean are going to start talking to the other attendees to try to get the lowdown, specifically Len and his deputy, who are surprised that the feds are there. And there's kind of a little bit of a tit for tat with between Dean and this deputy.
I call that a pissing match.
But. Yeah, it's something. But Len's like, I'm going to get the fuck out of here because I don't want to have this conversation. I'm going to go call animal control. Bye.
And Sam is master hacker and is going to crack the police server.
Of course he is. Because he knows there's to download the surveillance footage.
Mm-hmm. So Sam also tells Dean to be less offensive of his pretend job. But Dean tells him that this badge means something. And Sam's like, I made it at Kinko's.
And then I was like, oh, you remember Kinko's?
And then I remember I love Kinko's so much.
I did a lot of fun stuff.
My happy place.
I did a lot of fun stuff
at Kinko's. You can make scenes, you can make posters. There were so many things you could do there. And then when you got to be like an important person, then you can make like the maggot, like the binder things that have the spirals on them. There's a few times that I've gotten to do presentations where I actually like got to put the binder on it. It was pretty great. It felt pretty cool.
I feel really special when you get to make a bound booklet.
It does.
Yeah.
Okay. So Kinko's, and then lots of guns.
Yeah, Jody and Donna are looking at all the pistols, and the sales guy's a real sexist jerk about it. But then Donna
I've met him at a gun show before.
Donna and Jody fucking know their shit, so it's cute, and they take him down a notch.
And he still says some weird innuendo shit because men are gross.
But
and then
Doug. And he's like kind of compliments her, but then also starts talking about how he met his new chick on Cufflinks, which is the dating website for cops. And Donna's like, yeah.
I want to bring up the compliment because he calls her a wolf in sheepskin, and she says, "Thank you. Wolves are majestic creatures."
Yeah, there you go.
They are.
And she's just like, yeah, I'm not really ready for a dating app. And then he once again says something shitty about her appearance, specifically her weight. Not even want to go to
date shape.
Yeah,
and then
I wasn't even going to go there.
It
didn't deserve it.
And then he grabs her ass, and it's just like, and Jody loses it.
Yeah, Donna's trying to play it off, but Jody is not having this. And she asks if what, she talks shit to him, and then she calls him a douche.
And then he goes off with his tail between his legs.
He is cowed by this. I really wanted to use that. That's the only word I could think of at the moment. And I was like, that's what it is. Anyways. So, and he leaves. But Donna's pissed. She's like, why did you fucking do that? Number one, what is the point? I've already lost him. It's not going to fucking change him. What good does that do? And until you've lost a husband, keep your mouth zipped about mine.
Yeah, that is triggering and awkward. You don't like Donna. Like, you don't know, like, how, and then, like, your foot is so far in your mouth because Jody is remembering her son eating her husband.
Yeah, she's gonna have a flashback, but not tell Donna what's wrong, and it's just bad. It's bad. And then Donna realizes that, but Donna does realize that Jody is very upset and in her head, and is like, oh, wait, tell me what,
Oops.
Tell me about your husband? And Jody's like, no, but I don't really want to talk about that now, thanks. And Donna's like, fine, goes outside to get some air. But when she does, she's, anyways, she just goes outside. We'll get to that in a minute. So Dean has gone off to find our deputy to see if he can schmooze him and get some intel. So he's like, look, I know we got off on the wrong foot, but this is a big case and we need our local help. And you could get an inside guy to DC, bro. Yeah. And the kid's convinced. And he's like, yeah, no, really, there was footage from the traffic control camera. And the sheriff pulled it himself, though. And
changed the password.
And it's gone.
Yep.
That's weird.
Yep. So that's weird. Now we go to Donna, who is out walking around the cabins.
Which is lovely. There's like some really pretty, like, it's treed. It's pretty.
Minnesota in the summer is amazing.
And it's got like some like cool stairs. Oh, wait, they're covered in blood.
Yeah, they're not. Well, sometimes they're not that great. But yeah, the stairs are covered in blood. And then she finds the sheriff with Doug's date. And oh my God, he's a vampire.
Yeah, and she's dead. Blonde sheriff is dead on the ground. And Sheriff Len is sitting over her with fangs out. And she hides, but he heard something and he runs off. So, not great. Sheriff Len, our leader of the sheriffs, is a vampire.
So now there's no longer hiding things. They are taking the body out through the retreat.
Yeah, which seems like a weird, but also that doesn't seem the most efficient way to I don't know. That's just
take the body from the outside upstairs to the inside and then
up
take
the
it
stairs
out.
through the inside, past all the people, and then anyways, yeah, sure. So Dean and Jody are watching this, and they're like, "Well, not an animal. Guess we need to find our sheriff." And Jody's gonna try to ask Dean how he's doing. She heard he went off the reservation a while back, and offers a bowl of chowder and conversation.
Chowder.
And I want to know what kind of chowder it is.
It's true. Look, there are many kinds of chowder.
I'm just saying. I want to know what Jody's special chowder in conversation is. So there you go.
They should sell that on stands.
Jody's chowder.
Jody's chowder in conversation.
Sam shows up and he's
Master Hacker has returned.
Yep. He found some surveillance files, but they were deleted. Only the sheriff has them. So now Donna's going to show up like out of breath completely. She's like, Jody, we need to talk alone without them. And so she pulls her aside and Jody's trying to apologize. And Donna's like, yeah, whatever. Fuck that shit. I got something to tell you. Like, I'm over that. We got new news.
Which is how you know they're going to be good friends. Because, like, those whatever. Like, fine. We'll figure that shit out.
Yeah, exactly.
Shark teeth.
She's like, have you ever thought there were things out there that don't end up on the police blotter? And I thought that was a cute way that she kind of, like, danced around to, like, see how receptive Jody might be to some weird fucking shit. And yeah, basically she's like, specifics. And she's like, I think I saw something with like shark teeth. I think Sheriff has shark teeth. And Jody's like, okay, it's a monster. Let's talk. You're not crazy. Let's go talk to the FBI guys because they're not really in the FBI anyways. So, and by the way, I know there's this hotel. I know in this hotel, I saw him going into this room. So we need to go find his ass. But Sam and Dean have wandered off too far and we don't know where they're at. So Jody tries to call and tell him like, hey, by the way, I think our monster's a vampire. It's this guy. Donna's in the loop now, and we're gonna go check out his room. Bye. Which is quite a voicemail. And like, do they check their voicemails? I feel like their voicemails are always full, and this is a lot.
I feel like they don't check. I feel like nobody checks their voicemail, and you shouldn't leave them.
Ever?
The only reason I know what my voicemails say is because of transcription.
Oh, that's funny.
So, all right. So Jody picks the lock.
Yeah, she's got her lockpick gun out. And they break into Kuz's room.
Lockpick gun! And
they immediately notice the 3 empty tubes of 80 SPF sunblock on the bed, which is funny. And then Donna's pretty smart. She runs over. She sees a notepad on the side table and does a rubbing to see what was written on it last. It was an address. while Jody's looking through drawers, and there's someone at the door, and they jostle the door and they come in, and Jody has her ginormous blade out because she knows how to behead a goddamn vampire. And Donna is like, what the fuck? What the fuck? If they could have written that and Donna would have said fuck, that would have said what the fuck then.
Yeah. So, but it's just Sam and Dean. And Donna does take out her gun though. So, you know, we have them, but so it's Sam and Dean. Jody lets it out that it's a vampire, and Donna's like, a what?
I think she says, what the cuss? I think is what she says, actually. And so she gets the talk. Time for Donna to get the talk. Oh, shit. So at night, we've got Jody and Donna. Sam and Dean are out of their suits because I guess they don't need to be in them anymore. And Donna just keeps saying heck. And then starts asking, what the fuck was that weight loss spa I went to? And they're like, oh, that was monsters sucking your fat. I don't know if that would make you feel better or worse at that point.
Yeah, but she's just processing through all this, and she pulls out the address that she got, and she's like, maybe that's where the sheriff went.
Yeah.
Sheriff Vampire.
Cripple Creek Road, Sheriff Vampire. And Sam's like, sure, I'm going to search this address on my phone right now. Oh, yeah,
the Cripple Creek Road is a reference to a band song. Because they came
Cripple Creek.
Yeah.
Yep, we did the band earlier. And then, anyways, they find that this old farm outside of town. So they're going to go check this out because it's the only lead they have. They don't know what else to do. So Sam is going to like kind of explain that vampires are dangerous. And Dean's like, yeah, y'all need to sit this out. And Donna's like, stuff you, Dean, which is funny. And then Jody's like, no, she's cool. We got this. Because she's seen how well she's seen Donna in action.
She knows Donna's got her shit together.
Yeah.
We got this. So we're all going to pile into Baby. And this is where you see there's a continuity error because where their sitting changes based on like they get in the car in one way and then like Donna and Jody are switched. But I like to think they stopped to pee. So because they're middle-aged women, they stopped to pee. So they go to the farm.
Yes. And they get to this barn in the woods and it's really dark. And then we do get a quick little look at our friend Trunk.
Yep, and she's just rolling out machetes.
Yeah. I wonder how many machetes are in there.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, it's like one of those charity things where you have to guess how many machetes fit into
how many machetes fit into Baby's trunk.
Oh. Anyway, so Dean's like, hey, here, take one of these, and by the way, don't hesitate and put your all into it. If you're gonna decapitate somebody. She's not very concerned. It's kind of interesting. So they go to the barn, and Sam peeks in a window and sees our sheriff vampire sitting at like a work table. And then Sam, turns away like to check in with everybody, and then looks back and he's gone. And then he pops up and you get a little jump scare. And he says, "Run!" It's too late.
Uh-oh. Maybe the sheriff's not bad. What's happening? Oh my God, there's a bunch of vampires.
There's a bunch of vampires, and they smack Sam and Dean in the head, which also just seems weird. Like, why do they care about doing this? They should just eat them all, but whatever.
Why didn't they just kill them? But they tie them up.
They tie them all up, and we've got our two vampire dudes and our hippie panhandler chick. Star is her name.
Yes, and her name, Star, is maybe a reference to the Lost Boys, although in the original script she was called Sage, but they named her Star, and because it's vampires, and why not? It's a Lost Boys quiz. All right, so I'm quizzing Diana on Lost Boys.
Damn it.
We have done Lost Boys inside quizzes before, but I don't think we've ever done a whole one just devoted to them. So this is all just devoted to our lovely, lovely Lost Boys. All right, number 1. And this is the Lost Boys vampires, not the Peter Pan one. So do you remember the name of the Lost Boy vampires? You remember any of them? All right, I'll give you that one. All right, so that's Marco, Dwayne, Paul, and David. You have seen Lost Boys, right?
Yeah, it's been a while.
Okay. All right, do you remember what was the name of Sam's dog?
No.
In Inuit religion, it's the master of bears. Nanook.
Okay. Nanook.
All right. Number 3. Who played Michael's younger brother, Sam?
Was that one of the Coreys?
Mm-hmm.
Feldman.
Nope, it was the other one. It was
Damn it!
What town is the murder capital of the world?
Oh, I don't remember.
It's Santa Carla. I almost wore the shirt tonight, and then I would have been really funny if he didn't wear it, but I don't want to go through my drawer searching for it. So, all right. Number 5. Do you ever see star Jamie Gertz in her vampire form?
No.
That is true. All right, you got one. She's the only vampire you don't see vamp out.
No, you see how they do, really.
Yeah. Number 6. This actor who played David joined after he heard NXS and Jimmy Barnes would be on the soundtrack.
Is that our saxophone dude?
That's Kiefer Sutherland.
Oh,
saxophone dude comes in a little bit. All right, because of course he's in here. All right, number 7. David wears bitchin' gloves. Why? Because Kiefer thought it looked cool, because Kiefer is obsessed with keeping his hands looking young, or C, because Kiefer popped a wheelie on his motorcycle and broke his wrist.
I'm going to bet that one.
The
third one.
Yeah, it was that one. All right. The man who performed the cover of the Cars' I Still Believe for the soundtrack and the Boardwalk concert was named who? What's his name? What's the name of the saxophone man? What's his name?
I forget his name. He played it through.
And you will hear it all the time. People bring it up randomly. The person who cut my hair in San Francisco randomly brought him up last week.
What? That's very random. Very random. I don't know. I can see his face. Sorry,
it's Tim Capello. All right.
Okay.
Number 9. What are the Frog Brothers' first names? Corey Feldman and his brothers.
Oh.
The Frog Brothers in there. Do you remember?
No.
They are named after the author of The Raven.
Poe?
Yeah, they're Edgar and Alan Frog.
Poe? Okay.
Edgar and Alan Frog.
Got it. Okay.
All right, number 10. Why was Corey Feldman almost fired from the set?
Because he's Corey Feldman. No. I don't know.
Cocaine! I would have also accepted drugs.
Well, yeah.
He came.
I was like, wasn't he like a child then? And I'm like, well, wait.
Yes, he was.
He was.
Yes,
Never mind.
He was. He came onto the set high from cocaine, and they almost fired him. But they gave him the chance. So, the last question on here. Why was the vampire's blood so shiny? And hint, this may have led to the Twilight.
Oh, did it sparkle?
Yes, it was full of glitter. They put glitter in this vampire's blood. Now that's the first time vampire blood sparkled.
That's fun.
Yeah.
So one of my favorite punk bands is named after a line from Lost Boys, "Death by Stereo."
There's Death by Stereo. So some fun, just a couple of fun bonus Lost Boys trivia. The train bridge scene where they're all hanging down from that was filmed on the Iron Horse Trailhead Trestle Bridge 40 miles north of LA off Interstate 5 on the Magic Mountain Parkway. And there's now a pedestrian walkway so fans can experience the bridge themselves. I don't think you get I guess you get to stand on the walkway.
They probably frown on you dangling.
They probably we need to put a thing on here. People are just going to keep dangling off of this.
Right.
Right. Yeah. And the Loma Prieta earthquake of 1989 destroyed several landmarks from the film. The original comic book shop and the stage where the band plays near the beginning of the movie no longer exists.
That's sad.
It is. But the original signed copy of the Vampires Everywhere comic book that was created for the movie is kept by the owner of Atlantis Fantasy World in Santa Cruz. And although the original location of the comic book shop is now gone, its location still has memorabilia for the movie. last weird thing, because there were sequels, but there was also supposed to be a sequel called The Lost Girls, and in it David would still be alive, which is why his body doesn't disappear into dust when he's impaled on the deer antlers at the end of the movie. But it was never made. Yeah, someday that piece of trivia will come in handy for you. I don't know why, but it will.
Noted.
Maybe. All right. So
not my strongest quiz showing.
Not your strongest quiz. But I think that means it's time for you to go back and watch Lost Boys.
I am probably ready to rewatch.
It holds up. So, all right, we're gonna go back to Vampire Coos and Star
and the hippie chick
and the hippie chick.
Yeah, and Dean is just kind of annoyed because she goes on some gross trip about how we're gonna eat you and you become part of us and da 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 da. And he's like, okay, Mufasa, tired of the circle of life fucking speech. Which is funny. And calls her vampire scum, and she removes his belt. So Jody's like, hey, what the fuck? I thought you don't just kill people, you're robbing them too. That's fucked up. She's like, no, we're scavenging using every part.
It's nose to tail.
Yeah. But they're not. She's like,
they don't eat the feet. Well, I guess they did eat the feet. That guy didn't have any feet.
I don't know, but he had shoulders.
He had shoulders, but nothing from the waist down. I mean, maybe they ate lots of them.
And a head. I don't know.
I don't know.
Either way, he's like, Len's like, what the fuck, Star? You need to chill out. I kind of helped you, and some guy named Catfish, because one of the other guys is named Catfish. So we got Star and Catfish and Len. Just saying, this little posse is something. He's like, I'm on bagged blood now. And Donna's like, what the fuck? No, you're not. I saw you over that sheriff. And you looked, that's when your teeth came out. And he was like, yeah, because I found her like that. And I smelled her blood and it brought my fangs out, but I ran away. And we get a little flashback of it, so you believe it. And Star's like, oh, it's in your nature to feed, though. You need to come back to our nest. And she's got a lot of feelings about that. And I'm not going to go into it because I find her annoying.
She is really annoying. She's the hippie chick who's wearing the fucking Sikh turban, and it's also really sacrilegious when they do that, and it really pisses me off because they don't know. It just makes me mad that you don't know and you're just wearing that because you think you look cool. Fucking hippies.
And she's like, and Sam's like, did Len leave and break up Burning Man? And he's
trying to buy time because they're all trying to break out of their rope. So he is like, all right, here's this question to distract you guys. What's going on?
And so we get a little bit of backstory that basically Len was a vampire first, and he picked her up, and that he was better than Charles Manson. And
he picked her up in a van after her dad kicked her out, and I'm pretty sure that's a child molester.
Yeah, it's not.
She said she was 19, but I also don't think she's 19. And so I think Lynn was probably really gross.
Yeah, it's all weird, and he's like... And she's, anyways. And so basically he started this nest. This is his fucking nest of evil vampires, but apparently he had some fucking use it all scavenge mentality. So he thought he convinced himself that he was doing the right thing. And she's like, but he went straight and became a cop. And then he's like, and she's like, you got boring. He's like, I got a conscience. Even using every part, it's still killing. So, and we're putting people, I put people through years of gutting them. So now I want to try to not do that, to make things right, to protect people. Okay, so she's like, whatever, you need to join us again, or we're going to kill all these people. He's like, fine. If I join you, please don't kill them. Is that fine? I don't want to, I'll join your bloody caravan if you free them. And she's like, sure, that's fine, but I'm not going to free them. You have to kill them. That's the deal.
Yep. And he tells her to kiss his ass. And then she gets one of the machetes.
Yeah, she grabs a machete and she beheads Len.
Yep.
Which is quite a turn of events here.
No more.
But luckily, this is good timing that Dean has just broken through his rope, so he's going to start fighting a vampire. Jody's got her legs free enough that she can trip Star, and Donna is free now too, so she's able to behead Star and says, Hakuna Matata, lady.
We love Donna. So after Donna does her first kill, we are now outside, and she is good, but she wants to hurl.
Which is reasonable.
I think so.
I mean, you just learned that vampires are real and saw a sheriff you know get beheaded and then had to behead someone yourself.
But then you have this really great new friend who is there to be all supportive and to tell you did a great job of beheading that vampire. You're so good at that. Cute. You're so good.
They have a moment. It's cute.
And then while they're having their moment, the boys are having their BM.
They are. And Dean's like, yeah, it's the first time since I've been back that I didn't feel like the mark was pushing me. And Sam's like, is this good or bad?
Like, what?
I don't know about this. What? This sounds bad, but you seem like it's good. I'm very confused. Very confused. So, yeah, Donna's processing that monsters are in the world, and the world feels bigger and darker now, which is sad for little sunshine Donna. Dean feels like himself again, though, he says, and that's important. And we've got Jody offering Donna pointers on how to kill monsters in the future. And Dean touches his arm where the mark is, and then walks around to the car. We hear baby fire up.
Boom. That's how it ends.
Ta-da! Yeah. So I've got.
Do we have sheriffs?
We have a couple. We have a few.
Casting couch. It's the casting couch. Were they on that show that time with that guy? La 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 la.
People, actors of note I'll mention here. So we've got first star is played by Morgan Taylor Campbell. Her credits weren't the longest of the bunch, but I did want to address she was in episodes of iZombie, Law and Order SVU, Charmed, Fire Country, and Tracker. The last year kind of interesting since we have some crossover. Yeah. And then she was Harper in Power Rangers, the 2017 movie. Sheriff Len Hughes is played by Fred Eunick. And he's been in episodes of Monk and True Calling. He was a seismic interpreter in Santa Claus 2, and Clark in the movie Just Friends. Our deputy Bryce Graham was played by Aaron Buckholz, and he was Kyle in Summer of '84, and Todd. He's Todd in Reginald the Vampire series. That's a recurring character. Our doctor, or the coroner, Dr. Shelley Pearson, was played by Ellie Harvey, and she's been in a lot of stuff. Episodes of X-Files, Jag, Smallville, Series of Unfortunate Events, iZombie, and Space Force, to name a few shows. She was the registrar in Happy Gilmore, Morticia in the new Addams Family series in the 90s, Rosie in the movie The Sixth Day, Margie in the movie Miracle, military liaison in Cabin in the Woods. She was a recurring character named Lily in the Nancy Drew series, and she's the notary in the Snowpiercer series as a recurring character. Plus, has done miscellaneous voice work and several Hallmark Christmas films. There you go.
Woohoo! Good cast. So, I mean, what'd you think?
I was very upset for the first half of this because I love Jody, and she was being such a fucking bitch, and that was like annoying because I was trying to figure out if they were trying to make it like cute, and that was frustrating. And then I realized they weren't, which I was glad, because Donna is kind of annoying, but she didn't deserve
she's
that.
A lot.
But
she's a lot to take in, but yeah, no, it's
and it was also end. You could tell it's part of her defense mechanisms and anyways. But yes, in the end, I love that now Donna knows what the fuck's up, and her and Jody can be friends, and I love that. And I think Jody needs that because her only other person she can talk to about monsters are Sam and Dean and fucking Alex. Like that's probably not healthy. Yeah. So she needs somebody she can like bro out with about this shit as a girl.
Yeah, and Minnesota is not that far from South Dakota, I don't think. So
I don't know. Yeah. They're in the same region, I guess. I don't know. But yeah. So I think that was pretty cool. I was happy for them to have that connection. I think both of them could use that. And they both have like, I mean, arguably Jody's is way worse, but they both have like fucked up personal lives. And
Donna got divorced, and Jody saw-neatered her husband. You know, I mean, they went through some shit.
For real. So, yeah. But no, I really enjoyed that.
Donna did have her fat sucked by a peach taco.
She did. And her ex-husband, who's still around, is just an insufferable jerk to her all the time.
Yes.
So, anyways, but yeah, it was I really loved that them getting to meet up. I thought that was super cool.
Yeah, it's super fun, and
I love it when somebody gets to talk. I don't know why. That's like my favorite. I get very excited when somebody gets to talk.
Because you want to get the talk.
I want to get the fucking talk.
We all wait for the day that we get the talk.
If I can't get my Hogwarts letter, I want the goddamn talk. Yeah. I didn't get my Hogwarts letter. Fine. I understand that. That's not going to happen. But I want the fucking talk.
I just learned the truth about Roswell, that it's not fucking aliens. And it was like, wait, oh God. Okay, I got nothing. Someone give me the talk.
Don't tell me that.
I'm sorry.
Don't ruin Roswell, too. Just kidding. Blink-182 is going to be so disappointed. Just kidding. Tom DeLonge. Yeah. Not the whole band. I don't know if the whole band cares.
I hope the whole band cares.
I hope so.
I mean, what else is Blink-182 going to talk about?
I don't know.
Bong Kids. Anyways, okay, the show's not about Blink-182. All right. No. Okay, so, and we have left with Dean and his arm, and he's like, but I don't want to kill anybody now. That's good.
That's a good thing. So I'm guessing that the mark is going to be our carry-on thing now. No, obviously you know, but I'm pontificating as someone that hasn't seen what's coming next. I think trying to figure out what the fuck the impact of the mark is and how to mitigate its impacts if necessary is going to be oh man, I just used a lot of corporate words in that stuff. Anyways, trying to figure out the mark situation. Synergy. I feel like it's going to be, I did not say synergy. I will not do that one. I'm not going to talk about being aligned. Anyways, yeah, I think the mark in figuring that whole fiasco out is going to be what is our next big project that we're going to be following as an arc, because they've been alluding to it for the past few episodes when they've gotten around to mentioning it. And
I mean, Dean's got it attached to him. He's not a demon anymore, but he still has this thing attached to him, and it can't be good.
No, it can't be good.
All right. Well, I think that leads us to ponder a lot of things about what's coming up in the future, and I'm glad we got some Donna and Jody in. So.
Yay!
All right. On that note, I think we'll head out for the evening. Cheers, Jerk.
Cheers, bitch.
Devil's Trap Podcast is a Don't Get It production. Meow.
Devil's Trap Podcast is part of the Ship It Studios Podcast Network. Thanks for listening to this week's episode of Devil's Trap Podcast. You can follow us on Instagram at Devil's Trap Podcast, Twitter at Devil's Trap Pod, or you can email us at devilstrap@devilstrappodcast.com. Don't forget to subscribe, leave reviews, and share with all your friends. We're at all your favorite podcast outlets and at devilstrappodcast.com. I'm Babe. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.